And then my dad ran a special needs school that had autistic kids as well. It wasn't a school specifically for autism, it was for children with developmental disabilities in general. So we had kids that had cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, other kinds of genetic disorders, and kids that were autistic. And the autistic ones were the toughest, and they were, really uncooperative, didn't want to participate in the school dance or sports or anything, And it was easy to get like a Down syndrome kid to interact with you, and they would follow us around and want to do what we were doing and help us out and things. And autistic kids would drift off, How differently girls and boys interact, on the playground or during lunch or other, like during recess and things like that.
I just have boys, so I don't know about the girls. World.
Girls communicate directly much more than boys do.
Uh-huh.
All right? So girls, when they share and interact, the most important thing is the other person. So if you and I are playing, it's what we're playing with, but you're more important to me than the playing. The playing is just a conduit for us to have a relationship.
Uh-huh.
So whatever it is we're doing is not as important as you and me.
Uh-huh.
With boys, it's the opposite.
The thing is important.
Yeah, it's like you're the guy that's going to be interacting with me with this thing over here. So it's triangulated. So there's our relationship, which is the trickle of information, but the most important thing that happens is over here.
Uh-huh.
And it's the same with adults. Adult men aren't very comfortable with a lot of direct sharing.
Uh-huh.
They think it's like not polite or something.
Uh-huh.
It makes them uncomfortable to share a lot personally, directly. But if we're focused on the game, the car, the motorcycle, whatever it is that we're doing together, fishing, say, we're talking about fish, then it might be okay to occasionally mention, oh yeah, my son got sick, or my wife and I have problems, or we're going to talk about that. Oh, you got one, okay. So we're doing something together and we bond, and there's a little bit of information sharing happening, but that's not typically what creates the bond. What creates the bond
is the activity.
So boys bond over common interests, but also joint accomplishment. And one of the things I've noticed a lot is that autistic kids, because they don't play sports very well, they don't get that bond that happens when their team wins.